When learning how to do paraflips, start with learning the basics of the half paraflip. A half flip is a 180-degree para-rotation for each half forward flip. To start, break down the half flip by doing all the controls separately. First, push forward to get the heli nose down. Then, para the tail to the left 180 degrees so the tail is pointing straight down. Then pull back on the stick to level the heli out to an inverted tail-in hover. Keep repeating this many times until you're comfortable with the stick inputs. To complete the second half of the half flip, start by pulling back on the stick to point the heli nose down and skids away. Rotate the tail to the left 180 degrees to put the heli tail down. Then push forward to end back to where you started, upright and tail in. Again, keep repeating this many times to get yourself very comfortable with the stick inputs. As you practice, gradually start to work the rudder and cyclic sticks together. To start, you'll push forward and give left simultaneously. Roll the cyclic stick clockwise and time it in such a way that the stick is pointing down. At the same time, the tail has swung around 180 degrees. The second half will start with left rudder and down cyclic, and you will continue to roll the cyclic clockwise until it's pointing up at the same time the rudder is finished, rotating 180 degrees. Performing a full half paraflip will take quite a lot of time and practice until you can do this smoothly. Just keep working on it. Work on both halves separately, and then gradually you can combine them together to do a complete and continuous half paraflip. Half flips are quite useful, and the pros use them quite heavily in many maneuvers and transitions that they perform in their routines. Here's an interesting maneuver called a Mobius loop. It's basically a flattened out half flip that sways back and forth. This is a good first trick to learn that utilizes the half flip. Full flips para the tail full 360 degrees for each half forward flip. These are similar to the half flip, except now you'll be stirring the cyclic a full circle for each half flip. When you finish the first half of the full para flip, you'll end nose in inverted. The second half of the flip is performed just the same as the first. You'll end up back to where you started, upright and tail in. Keep practicing each half separately and gradually work them together for a full paraflip. It will take you many hours of practice to get the timing to feel right. Knowing what inputs and corrections you'll need will only come with experience and months of practice. Double flips are just like full flips, but now the heli will para 2 full rotations for each half flip. These are the typical types of flips you see most pros performing in their routines low to the ground, well controlled, and stationary in the air. Double flips are controlled in a very similar fashion to full flips. You'll just need to use a smaller cyclic stir so that the heli tumbles a little bit slower. This gives the tail enough time to complete 2 full pirouettes. Once you learn to do full flips well, double flips are not too far away. Getting to the point that you can do well-controlled stationary double paraflips can easily take 1 to 2 years of steady practice. Just keep working at it. Thank you for reading and watching this tutorial. Have fun and keep practicing.